What's going on, y'all? Another traffic talk, and this one is about consistency. So we talk a lot about like pursuing your goals and trying to get to whatever it is, the bag, your goal, your dream, your dream job, your desired weight, all those things, right? But if you aren't consistent, right? If you aren't consistently pursuing your goal, you'll never get there. Like if you're moving towards it and then you stop, not necessarily, and it may be dependent on the goal. Sometimes, like, okay, you just don't get any closer, and then sometimes that goal moves further away. Like, like a tree, for example. If a tree is not growing, it's technically dying. Like, it only does one or two things. Like, it doesn't do a whole lot. It's either growing or dying, right? You're either chasing your dream or pursuing your goal, or you're not, right? There's no standing still. There's no in between. Like, if you stop pursuing your goal, you're no longer pursuing your goal. You're not like putting that on pause. It's just, it's over for that time period, right? And so consistency is the key, but it's also probably the toughest part, right? Getting started is difficult. Staying consistent is hard, right? Because there are going to be things that come up every day that fight that consistency, right? There are going to be things that come up, new ideas that come up, new obstacles that come up. There's always going to be something to go up against your consistency, but you have to be consistent, okay? So here's a few ways that you can help yourself stay consistent. Number one, get clear on what your why is, like why you want to do what it is you say you want to do, and then keep your eyes on the why. Forget about the goal, focus on the why, because when things get difficult, if you understand why you're doing it, you'll be able to continue moving towards it, okay? Number two, pick your battle, and not battles, pick your battle, right? And the analogy I use with my clients is like, you want to, and I actually got this from my mentor, is if you are in the middle of a lake, right, surrounded by alligators, okay, there's thousands of alligators in the water, you're on a tiny raft, the alligators notice you're there, they're coming for you, right? Which alligator do you worry about the most, right? And the answer is the one that's closest to you. You can't worry about all of them. You can only take care of one of them at a time, because if you're focusing your attention on two, they're both going to get you, right? If you focus on one, though, you got a good chance of taking that one out and then move on to the next closest one. So pick your battle, right? Don't focus on a bunch of things. Focus on one, see it through to completion, okay? Three, number three. You got to schedule things, right? You have to schedule pretty much everything, right? And more importantly, you have to schedule your priorities, okay? You want to schedule your priorities and then build around them. Think about your job, right? The way they get you to consistently show up every day is they give you a schedule. They tell you, hey, from this time to this time, you're going to be at work, right? And if you're not at work, right, we're going to fire you. So for consistency's sake, every day you're going to be at work at this time, right? 9 to 5. Right? And you consistently show up because it's on your schedule as a priority. You have to prioritize your own things, right? Your goals, right? If you're trying to lose weight, you have to prioritize your gym time. If you're trying to lose weight, you have to prioritize your meals, right? You have to build your schedule around it, okay? Number four, this is going to sound harsh, but it's important. Fuck your feelings, okay? Like, and I mean that in the nicest sense, right? There are going to be times where you don't feel like it, right? Whatever it is you're trying to pursue, and I keep using weight loss and getting in shape because that's something that I'm in full force and that's what I do. But there are going to be days where you don't feel like going to the gym. You just don't feel like it. You don't feel like having that meal. You would rather do something else. You just don't feel like it, but you got to get out of your feelings, okay? You won't like it. It just is what it is. But you have to get over it, right? You have to work around your feelings, ignore those feelings. Now listen, if your feelings are consistent, they're consistently like, you feel the same way over and over and over again, there's something that you need to do, you need to look at, to a change, to adjust, because if that feeling is continually reoccurring, you're doing something that maybe isn't right, and now we need to retool your process or rework your why, or figure out why you feel that way consistently, right? But here's the last one. You may fall off, okay? You may not do the things the way you want to. You may miss one of those times in your schedule. You may not go to a workout because you succumb to your feelings. You may have a cake at a party on the weekend, right? But don't stay down for too long, okay? You may fall off the wagon, but if you stay down on the ground, you'll never get back on the wagon, right? If you fall off, understand that you fell off, get your ass up and go chase that wagon. Go get back on, right? Knowing that this is a part of the process. There are going to be ups and downs. You have to be consistent over the long term, okay? Over the long term, not just a few days, a few weeks, a few months. Over the long term, for however long it takes for you to reach your goal, you have to stay consistent. So those are 5 ways that you can help yourself stay consistent. Keep your eye on the why. Pick your battle, schedule your priorities, forget about your feelings, and don't stay down for long, man. Hopefully that helps. Go out there and consistently do what it is you need to do, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.